Hi, guys. So I know it's hard to believe, but I'm feeling better today. But in order for me to have a voice to teach you tomorrow, today we're going to do everything through video, but I will be around checking in with you so that I can whisper talk. Okay? Otherwise, I won't have a voice tomorrow, and I need to have a voice tomorrow. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing today, and then I'll break it down for you. A couple things I want to say before you do this is yesterday, um, I checked and collected your vocab work. If you didn't hand this in or wasn't done, I will be checking with you today while you're working. And yesterday, I also checked your writer's workbook or writer's notebook in the back. So if you didn't get checked yesterday, I will be around to check that. All right? Now, the other thing you need to know is you will need these notes from the other day. This is from Friday. Okay? And I will be around, and I'm using Kaya's right now, but I'll be passing out your notebooks today. Okay, so now that I said all that, the first thing we're going to do is take these notes and put them into our notebook. All right, and it says up there we're going to review any questions. If you have questions as I come around, just ask. Okay, if you have any questions about this. These notes we will eventually have a quiz on, but not yet. All right, we're still working with those. So the second thing we'll do today is an Edpuzzle video, and we'll get to that in a minute. And it'll really focus on sensory description. And again, I'll talk with you about that in a moment. Now up here it says, review our 4-minute story number 3. We are going to do that, but it's not going to be how I originally planned. And again, I'll talk with you about that. And you will be sharing some examples of similes, personification, and or sensory description. So let's start first with putting our notes into our notebook. So you need this. If you don't have this from the other day, please raise your hand. This is Dryston's. Thanks, Dryston. Okay, and I will bring it to you. You also need your notebook. Now you'll need, you don't need scissors actually, you just need your glue stick. Now these will be in the backs of the chairs, and please make sure they go back into the bags in the back of the chairs. So let's open up to the very front. And at the very front, you're going to have something that looks like this, right? This is from last year's notebook. Now, if you don't have this, that's okay. Some of you have new notebooks, and we started a new page like Kaya does. Look at Kaya's, it's brand new. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put Friday's date. I'll do this on Kaya's in a red pen. You're lucky, Kaya. You don't have to do this. You're going to put 10-7 under the left column. And you can see it up on the screen too. And then for the title, it's Understanding Characters. So go ahead and write that. And if I'm going too fast at any point, guys, just pause this video, right? Just pause it. Whatever you do, don't close this video because then you have to reopen it. And then your page is page 23. There, I'm done with Kaya's. All right. Then this notebook is in the front of the book, right? You're going to go past the sheet that we took on interviewing characters, also in pink. I'll do all of these in pink this year to make life easier. That's page 22. You're going to go to the next page, which should be 23. So I'm just going to go to her next page. There's nothing on it. You don't have to put 23 because I put it on the page for you, but you can. So I'm going to go ahead and run really big numbers and put 23 in the corner for her. Whoa, there we go. All right. And then you're going to take your glue stick. I taught y'all how to do this. Some of y'all do not know how to glue. Okay, you're going to take your glue stick. Now, if this is out, just raise your hand. I'll bring you a new one. You're going to go around the outside like a box. And then you're going to make an X in the middle. So around the outside, and then an X in the middle, and then glue it down. Now, Kaya, I'm not doing this for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. Okay? Because that's Dryston's, Kaya, not yours. So then you're going to glue that right in. And then we're done with that part. That part is done. Yay! Okay? But you're not done with this notebook today, so don't put it away. All right. So now we're going to set that aside because we have an Edpuzzle video. You're going to go into your Google Classroom, and this Edpuzzle video will match what we've been learning about with the sensory description Let me go back here. A couple days ago, sorry about that, guys. I should probably go back here. Last week on October 5th, you wrote 4-minute story entry 3. You had to choose between 2 story starters. One was the gravestone stood silently, row upon row like soldiers long forgotten. A scream shattered the silence. And then you also had icy wind slashed at his face and the rain danced its evil dance upon his head as he tried to get his bearings on the isolated beach. Now for this, at the bottom there was a key. In bold, we saw a personification. Gravestones can't stand, so that's giving it a human or a person, a quality that is only humans stand silent. Okay? Then there was a simile comparing the gravestones to soldiers that were forgotten. And then underlined was a scream shattering. That word shattered. It hopefully allowed you to hear what was happening. Now, icy hopefully allowed you to feel the wind. It was icy. And even the word slashed is sensory description. I could have underlined that. I didn't. And then we had more personification, rain dancing. It's evil dance. Rain can't be evil and it doesn't dance. So let's go back now to the Ed puzzle. The Ed puzzle, you're going to focus particularly on sensory description, and they will talk about metaphors in that and other figurative language. Now, the Ed puzzle is only for a little over 4 minutes long. I watched it this morning. You'll have to go to your classwork section, and it's right at the top. Please take your time doing this. Rewatch it if you need to. The things that you do in that we'll go over tomorrow because I cannot talk today. Okay, this talking right now will be the most I can do all day. Do not close this video because when you are done with the Ed puzzle, you need to come back to this video to hear what's going to happen next. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to click on that. You're going to go into Ed puzzle. You're going to watch this video on fiction that comes alive, that's sensory description, appealing to the sense of sound, touch, taste, hearing, smell. And then when you're done, come back to this video. So go ahead right now, pause the video, watch this Ed puzzle, and then come back to this video. So pause now, please. All right, so you're all done with the Ed puzzle. At this point, you should be done with the Ed puzzle. You're done. You're back to the video. And what I want you to do now is I want you to go into your 4-minute story number 3. Now, if you didn't do 4-minute story number 3, you're going to need to do it. Here it is. You're doing this instead. You're not going to do what's next. You're going to do 4-minute story entry 3. Choose one of those story starters and write the entry. Now, if you did do it, like I can see Kaya did, she did a fabulous job. What I would like you to do is reread your 4-minute story to see, did you have a simile? If you did, I want you to find it and I want you to mark it. Did you have sensory description? Did you have something that appealed to the sense of sound, touch, taste, hearing, or smell? Okay? And I'm going to look at Kaya's to show you something that I see. Okay? And what you're going to do, you only have to find one thing. That's it. You need to reread it, right, to find this one thing. And then you're going to put it on one of the posters around the room or on the blackboard. You're going to see you can write it on the blackboard. If you write a simile, put it on the simile chart, and please make sure you sign your name or initials next to it. If it is personification, you'll put it on the personification chart. If it's sensory description, you're going to choose touch, taste, sound, hearing, or smell. There are markers on the trays or near those posters. Do not interrupt people when you're doing this, okay? So I'm just taking a look right now, very quickly, at Kaya's to see. So Kaya, I really only see one thing here, and it is dead silent. I think that you definitely could have had more sensory description. Go in there and add something. Like, for example, you wrote, let's go, I'm scared. You could describe what's scaring you. I'm going to put a caret here for you. So you can go back and tell me either what you're hearing or what you're seeing that's scaring you. I put it right there. You can see the caret. There's not a lot. So dead silent you could use as personification because silence can't be dead. People die, animals die. Silence doesn't die. Or you could use it under sound for sensory description. It could be either. But really, Kaya, I would like you to go back and see if you can add some sensory description. Now, if you do not have sensory description in yours, guys, you need to go and add it too. You need to go back. You just watched a video. You learned all about it. You need to go back into your writing, or you need to add some sensory description. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? Or what is this smell? Okay? Or what is this? If you're tasting something, I don't know if you'd be tasting something, but if you were, all right? So that is what you need to do. Go around to the posters. If you have more than one, do more than one. Yeah, crushing it. Now, if you are done and you finish everything, please take the time to go back to any of your 4-minute stories and add some sensory description, okay? Or add some similes. Go reread one. Like I can see, that's number 1 is the only other one that we did. Go back to it, Kaya. And everybody else, not just Kaya. I'm just going to quickly peek and see if I see anything here. And I don't. See if you can add some. Appeal to the sense of sight. Tell what something looks like that stewed cherry dress that was in the video. All right, everybody. That's it. The video's done. Go to it.